Singapore is putting a stronger focus on families with a new national plan announced this week. It includes more support groups, mediation and counselling for those who need it, from couples to grandparents.
For more insights on this, we go next to Marie Yeo, Assistant Director at Fei Yue Community Services. Singapore's focus on families, now this is a continuing trend. Take us through what you thought were special highlights about A Singapore Made for Families 2025.
Thank you. The government has designated 2022 as the year of celebrating SG families and has now launched a 50-page Made for Families 2025 plan to create a family-friendly Singapore. Now, there are three parts to this plan. First, the government sticks to journey with families through life, providing programs that support families beginning from marriage to starting a family, raising happy and healthy children, and caring across generations. Secondly, it aims to uplift families facing challenges such as low-income families, divorced families, and families with disabilities. Third, it seeks to nurture our families through building a family-friendly culture and infrastructure in workplaces. So I find that the government has really refreshed its strategies and is using a whole of society approach to strengthen and uplift families through all stages of life. And this is a significant piece of work outlining our pro-family plans for the next 3 years.
Marie, we can expect more counselling programs, more parenting programs as well. What is all of that going to mean for community services like yours?
So as a social worker in the family sector, I'm very excited, and this is really welcome news for us because just this time last year, the government has set up Strengthening Families Program, or FEMAT-FSC for short, and the Families for Life at Community. And with these two new programs, we have already expanded the breadth of marriage programs. From marriage preparation, we have a choice of e-learning and on-site programs, to free marriage enrichment programs, and family counselling, including online and email counselling. And parenting programs are now so widely available. They are being offered in places convenient to parents, such as in the children's schools and also in the online space. We even offer grandparenting programs to share evidence-based parenting knowledge and practices. So I'm sure with the MFF plan, it has already given us a glimpse of many more exciting strategies that puts family well-being at the centre.
Marie, you have had plenty of experience on the ground. Families, they can be a source of support. They can also be a source of great unhappiness in some cases. What are some of the common problems that you have faced in Singapore families?
Some challenges that the families face are caregiving needs as our population ages, greater demands at our workplaces, higher cost of living, and also relationships are under strain when all these pressures come together. So it is timely that we explore new ways to support our families.
Marie, we do have counselling and support groups already. Perhaps there is a need for more targeted support and counselling. Do you feel that perhaps we could see more of that? And how might groups like yours help along that journey?
You're right that, actually counselling and support groups will really help. In fact, we want to start more support groups where new couples can be mentored. So what I'm talking about is marriage mentors to help young couples who are starting out in marriage. We also want to recruit more parents, those who are keen to support other parents in a WISE Journey program. And so this program is for parents of children from birth to 3 years. And we want to bring these families together to support each other and actively build a village to raise our children.
Marie, you mentioned earlier grandparents. Of course, your plan also looks at aging families as well as grandparents. Are the problems you see with aging families any different from the problems you see with perhaps not so aged families?
DPM Heng has actually announced the expansion of counselling services in FEMAT-FSC to aging families from 2023. And this is in recognition of our aging society and the potential stresses of aging, whether on marriages or family relationships. right? And these stresses could arise because of new responsibilities as a grandparent, or even strained marriages over the years, and caring for the elderly. And we also see that at the ground there sometimes are conflicts between adult children and the elderly. We hope through this new counselling services that we are going to be providing, we can help families to resolve their disputes and conflict.
Marie, what might employers do here? What kind of role can they play to perhaps better support families?
So the Made for Families plan actually describes how the government, community partners, businesses, and individuals can work together to co-create a pro-family society. You know, we can have government create policies, strategies, programs, and services to create a culture and infrastructure that's conducive. But for the plan to work, we also need each individual, family, community, and employers to work together in concert. I believe employers actually play a big role in fostering a family-friendly workplace culture. And this culture should be conducive to starting and nurturing families. And they can do this by having family-friendly policies, such as encouraging fathers to take paternity leave, having flexible work arrangements for both men and women, drawing work boundaries so that employees do not have late-night meetings or be overloaded with work. And I believe this supportive and flexible work environment should be for all workers, from white-collar to blue-collar workers. So such policy will not just be pro-family, but it is also pro-business, because we believe that workers who are able to balance work and family will be able to focus and contribute at work. I just like to say that as family members, we ourselves can make a difference through our choices by choosing workplaces that are supportive of our family commitments.
Oh, thank you. Marie Yeo there from Fei Yue Community Services.